Billionaire investor Chamath Palihapitiya is stepping down as chairman of Virgin Galactic, effective immediately. Robert Frank is here with a closer look at the so-called SPAC King. Robert.
Well, Melissa, before stepping down from the Virgin Galactic board, Chamath Palihapitiya cashed out his entire personal stake in the company. Now, according to SEC filings and Smart Insider, Chamath sold his stake in two batches. The first in December of 2020, cashing out about $98 million worth of shares at an average price of about $25 a share. The second sale was last March. That was about $213 million at over $34 a share. The share is now trading, of course, at around $8. He still has shares indirectly through Social Capital. That's his investment fund. But last year, when he sold, he told CNBC that he planned to redirect the sale into a large investment to fight climate change. Now, so far, it's a little unclear what that investment might actually be. He also said at the time that he remained, quote, as dedicated as ever to the Virgin Galactic team, mission, and prospects. Now, he did make a similar sale at SoFi, selling 15% of his total stake. That was when the stock was trading at over $22 a share. That is twice where it is today. Now, the Chamath SPAC Index, that's a basket of 10 companies that became public through SPACs that he sponsored. That total basket is down about 40% today. And along with cashing out of his companies, though, he has also once in a while been a buyer. Back in November, he actually bought $10 million worth of shares in Clover Health at $5.75 a share. But, Melissa, when I tweeted these numbers out earlier, just a very polarizing reaction. Some people saying that he really took advantage of investors. Some people saying, look, this proves what a smart and well-timed investor he is.
Well-timed, except that some of his SPACs are still looking for targets. And so I think that's sort of the question that people have, is that, you know, this is sort of emblematic of all of these sort of risk assets in the markets. He seemed to time his sales pretty well in terms of being close to the top at the peak of this whole asset bubble, whether it be SPACs or some of these higher valuation, risky innovation names, let's call them. And so for all the flack that Cathie Wood has been getting about ARK Invest, Robert, you got to wonder, you know, it's no surprise really that people are directing some anger towards Chamath Palihapitiya as well.
Yeah, and if you look just the sheer number of SPACs, I mean, we talked about the SPAC King when we started out the segment. I don't think anyone else has, you know, as many SPACs. I think it's over a dozen at this point. Like you say, some of them have yet to find acquisition targets. And also, not just the amount of cash they took off the table when they became public, like Virgin Galactic, but also the amount of money in terms of fees and free equity that they got going in through the pipes and the 20% that the sponsors get. So if you look at all of the wealth that he's gained going in and all the wealth that shareholders have either gained or lost going out, I just think there's, in the end, going to be a pretty big imbalance there.
Yeah, it's all unfolding still, Robert. Thanks for digging into the story and the numbers.